Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Marian. Give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, my new Gucci blush came in. They recently released new shades and I kind of wanted a second shade. I already own another shade and I've been wanting to purchase a second shade, but just never did. Now that they brought out new shades, I thought, okay, this is your opportunity. And then that way I can also go ahead and compare this Gucci formula with the new Armani formula and kind of do a battle of the blushes. My blush just came in. It is a little bit later in the afternoon, very cloudy outside. So I do have my ring light helping me out here. So if lighting is off a tiny bit, that's because I don't have much to work with. So let's go ahead and get started before I lose, well, it's like 5:30, almost 5:30, so I won't be losing it anytime soon, but this cloud, this dark cloud is not helping. Let's get started with this little battle of the blushes video. Okay, so Gucci. The Gucci retails for $49 and Rosy Beige is the other shade I own. This is what the outer packaging looks like. Very pretty, very sleek. I definitely feel like it gives you a luxurious feel to the blush itself. Rosy Beige, like I said, and that's what it looks like. It's definitely a sort of a satin luminous kind of matte finish. A very pretty one. Okay, and here is the True Pink is the shade that I went with for Gucci. Again, packaging so pretty. I do like the clip. I feel like my Gucci one, this one is already loose. Does it feel loose? Like the clasp of it, it just feels a tiny bit loose already. Okay, so True Pink, that's what it looks like. I'm hoping it's not too much of a cool tone shade to where it pulls a little bit ashy on me. So far it looks good on the back of my hand, and so far this one actually looks a lot more soft to the touch than the Rosy Beige. I wonder if the formula is different. Okay, and here are the Armani blushes. This is a newer release than the Gucci, and I already feel visually the Gucci just give you a little bit more to look at than the Armani blushes, but I do feel like the shape of this is interesting. You don't get that luxurious feel that you do with the Gucci, but I do still enjoy the packaging. It's interesting because it's an oval this way, and then on the back the oval goes the opposite way, which I find is pretty neat. And then it does have a little clasp here. And then there is the shade. So the darker shade that I have for the Armani is 40, which is Mania, and it's described as a coral red. Yeah, a coral red. Okay, so the Armani definitely feels softer, at least this one, Mania, than the Rosy Beige. The Armani feels almost like a cream to powder hybrid soft. So there is a difference. Both of these, this is the other one I have, which is 51. Amore is the name of this one. It feels the same as the Mania, same kind of texture. Okay, $38 is what the Armani retails for, so already you're paying $11 less for the Armani, which is crazy that the Gucci is almost $50. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put these blushes on my face and compare and see if I could tell a difference on my cheeks for the formulas. Okay, I do have two of the same brush. This is the Sonia G Soft Cheek Brush. This is my absolute favorite powder brush. It's a little on the expensive side, but it's a gorgeous brush. Okay, so I think we're going to jump into the True Pink first, and let's do the Gucci on this side. Hopefully it doesn't pull too cool tone on me. I did put the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Stromboli, and then I did add some of my Surratt Dewdrops in the shade number 3. For the bronzers, I only have a cream, like contouring shade and cream bronzer. I used the Makeup by Mario, the Skin Enhancer, I think that's what it's called, in the light medium, and then the Refi Beauty in tan. Powdered on top of that, and I don't have any powder bronzer. So let's dig into True Pink from Gucci. This one has a tiny bit of kick up. So I think this formula might be different from the other ones. Okay, I don't think it's pulling too cool tone. Right? No, I don't think it is. It's pretty. It's definitely nice shade. Well, no, let me take that back. I would definitely wear this shade. And you see how it has a tiny bit of like a sheen to it? Okay, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, I was a little worried it wasn't gonna work for my skin tone and my undertone. Now I'm going to jump in a tiny bit to this Rosy Beige. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Rosy Beige. Same brush. And I'm just going to put that on the back right here. Okay. But I don't see any blurring, but I do feel like where the blush is, it looks a bit softer, but it's a very pretty blush. I do really enjoy this formula. You can definitely tell I've used this Rosy Beige. I'm going to add just a tiny bit more of the True Pink. And the Gucci ones do have that typical Gucci scent, but it's very, very soft and light. So if you have a sensitive nose, I don't think it'll bother you too much. Okay, now we're going to move on to this side with the other Sonia G brush I have. And first shade, we're going to, well, let's start with the pink one, why not? 5-1 Amore. I have enjoyed these Armani blushes. Every time I use them, I think my blush looks stunning, almost flawless. But we're going to see if we can tell the difference between formulas on the cheek, because sometimes swatches won't tell the whole story, you know? Okay, and for the Armani, I can definitely say that it is blurring the skin just a tiny bit. I do feel like it is. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the other one, 40 Mania. This one, even though it looks scary in the pan, it's not, I promise you. It's a very buildable blush formula. Like, you can definitely build it up to where it's like bam in your face.
It's kind of like what I'm doing now.
But it takes a little bit to get there. Like, it's not straight pigment right off the bat. I'm going in to Amore a tiny bit more, just to kind of, and don't worry, I'm going to, I went a little overboard on this side. I definitely feel like you can build these up a tiny bit better than the Gucci ones. Let me switch to the other brush and see if I can build this Rosy Beige like I could this side. Because Rosy Beige is like one of the darker shades that they came out with. Okay, so I definitely feel like you can, but maybe because of the shade that I chose, you can't see it as much as like the red, you know? And they both have like that slight sheen in them. Like if I were to go in public and say, oh, I have 2 different blush formulas on my face, I don't think you'd be able to tell other than the shade. Okay, so let me go ahead and finish the rest of my face, gather my thoughts, and then we can talk. Okay, I am back. I didn't do much with the rest of my face. I just did my eyebrows, curled my lashes. I did go into a tiny bit of this Guerlain Terracotta Light for like a little bit of powder bronzer. Okay. Ooh, I don't even put anything on my lips. Let's put this Rare Beauty lip oil, even though I don't feel this is a lip oil and it's just a lip tint that has a tiny bit of shine when you apply it and disappears shortly after. Hope is the shade I have, but I have enjoyed this. I think it's pretty. It's a great product for like natural day-to-day, kind of like what I have on right now. All right, so what did this video actually prove? It proved that this $38 formula performs pretty much almost identical to this $49 formula on the cheek. That's what this video proved. Do I like one more than the other? No, I feel like they're both giving me almost an identical texture. Like I said, this one just looks a tiny bit soft, like where the blush is, the texture looks soft on my face. And then on the Armani side, I do feel like it does blur just a tiny bit, but it's like a very similar effect to what I see on the Gucci side. And even here on the swatches, like I bet you can even tell that these two are a different formula than these two. So I think if you've been wanting to pick up a Gucci blush so you can experience the formula, but you just so happen to pick up the Armani formula, you're not missing out. And vice versa. If you picked up the Gucci and you're curious about the Armani formula, it performs pretty much the same. So I guess it just depends on which brand has shades that suit you or that you prefer more. This video pretty much proved that they perform almost identical. And you don't need both. You can grab one or the other to save you some money. But if I had to pick the fact that they perform almost identical, I would say go with the Armani because that is $11 cheaper and I love to save you some money. For the purpose of the video and the title, Armani wins. Okay, I am enjoying this new True Pink shade. I'm not going to lie, like I said earlier, I was a little scared that I wasn't going to enjoy this shade on me. I thought maybe it was going to pull a tiny bit on the cool tone side and maybe look ashy, but it actually looked beautiful. And I'm definitely going to get some good use out of that. Okay, well that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully the lighting is okay. Like I mentioned, it's a little bit later on in the day and the dark clouds outside
are not helping.
But I do have my ring light on to help me out and I do feel like the image still looks pretty decent. But I really did want to film this video so I can get it up for you all as soon as possible in case you were debating on one or the other, and hopefully my video helps you out in deciding which one you'll pick up. All right, my lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, all the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly means the world to me. You have no idea. Okay, well, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Okay, my lovelies, I will see you on the next video. Bye.